I'm here with Elena Comans of Elena Comans & Son Photography. Now, you are a pet photographer.
That is correct.
How do you do that? How do you position the cats? It's hard enough to shoot with these cats and these dogs that we have.
I'll say.
How do you do it?
It isn't easy. It takes a lot of patience, and I think that's the mainstay of the photography business. Patience, 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 because cats, especially cats, seem to wander off the moment you're ready to shoot. Well, we play. I have my son with me, and he does all kinds of tricks and noises and little dusters to keep them in place. And until we get the shot, it can take about 100 shots until we get 4 or 5 great shots.
I can only imagine the patience you must truly have.
Yeah, but we love it.
It's fun. I mean, I have some pictures to show everybody right now. You got into this sort of on a fluke.
Yes.
Tell me, this was the picture, the entree, so to speak.
This is my baby Snowflake. And I was doing a portrait shoot, and totally frustrated after a long day. And I left my lights on. The stool was right in the center. I turned a few lights off, but the main light was on, and she jumped on the stool. And wow, this is a moment. This is a beautiful moment with her white fur and her blue eyes and yellow eyes.
She has a blue eye and a green
yellow
or yellow eye,
yes. And I shot it. I still had my camera on the tripod, and I shot the image, and I had no idea how it was going to come out, but when I saw it, I loved it. And I said, you know, I think these 4-legged animals are so much more fun. They do not complain about the position of their head, the color of their eyes, this is a bad side, or I don't like that side. They're wonderful.
Let's see some more of your stuff, because they're very fun pictures. Look at this one. So people pay you to come and take pictures of the pets?
That is correct. These 3 were a group of 5, actually, but I was shooting them in segments. I actually have all 5 of them together, which was a miracle. I don't know how I did it, but I have all 5 of them sitting totally still and staring directly at the camera. And then they broke off into sets, so I took different sets individually and also singularly of each one.
We are just going to whip through some of these and show people just some of the stuff. This is a lot of bling.
Okay, this is something that my son does. He is a Photoshop guru, and he likes to play with the pets after he wants to. We always like to give our clients something very special, not just one picture, one image of their pet, but something special that you won't see anywhere else. And so that's why we make little montages and
do fun stuff like that. Why do you think people want to have their pets professionally photographed?
Well, it depends. I mean, many people do not, because everyone has a little digital camera that they work with. But the people who do are people who genuinely feel that pets are their family member.
Which they are to so many of us.
Yes. And most of my clients feel that way. This is my child, and part of my family. It's going to hang on my wall.
Right.
And it's part of my memories for a lifetime. I'll always have this.
Right.
Yeah, so we try to make it as memorable as possible.
I understand some of the proceeds from your photography go to a donation to the Pet Project, which is a charitable organization for pets. That's really wonderful.
For every pet portrait I do, it will go directly to the Pet Project.
That's
and
wonderful.
They will respond in kind by writing to the clients, thanking them personally.
I think Petunia's jealous that she didn't get the picture taken of her, right? She's waiting for that camera. What are 3 tips you could tell people at home?
The most important thing is to be at eye level with the pet.
Okay.
Even if you have to get down, for example, like Petunia is on the ground.
Yeah, you get down on the floor.
You lie down on the ground and photograph her at eye level.
Okay.
Because usually if you photograph them from above, the head looks large, the body looks small.
Yeah.
And you really want to see their eyes. Or put your pet on a table, throw a cloth over the table, on a table without a background that has a lot of clutter.
So just make it a very generic
background.
background.
A very generic background, and try to hold the camera as steady as possible.
Okay.
If you have to use a flash, I don't like flash. I never work with flash. I work with continuous lighting because a lot of pets are afraid of the flash. That's the first thing they will do is jump. So I use continuous lighting, and it never changes. They get used to it. But the most important thing is to make sure that the pet knows you.
Be comfortable with the pet, bond with the pet. Well, if you're taking your picture of your pet at home, we have to assume that hopefully...
Well, I have a lot of pets come into my home that I have never seen before. I meet them for the first time. And I want to spend at least a half hour to 40 minutes just allowing them to walk around and smell the area, so they pick up a scent of the area and they're not afraid. We give them water, we give them whatever they need to make them comfortable enough to be able to be hoisted up onto a table for a photograph.
Well, so there's some great tips for everybody at home to try and avoid the flash, to make the pet feel comfortable, shoot them at eye level, and have a nice background that doesn't have a lot of clutter.
Right.
Wonderful tips,
and basically, the best if you're shooting without a flash is to shoot in an outdoor setting.
Okay. Thanks, Elena Comas,
You're very
for
welcome.
coming and visiting us, showing us your beautiful portraits. Keep snapping.